I'm Steve Johnson, News Director of theDove TV. Watch more videos from the Dove newsroom at theDove.us. Good morning, I'm Steve Johnson with a reminder to get our app on your smartphone or tablet. You can also watch the Dove on our website or on our Roku channel. Well, in a presidential race shaped by national security concerns, Senators Ted Cruz and Marco Rubio clashed last evening in the final Republican debate of the year over U.S. military intervention and government spying on American communications. Meanwhile, frontrunner Donald Trump defended his provocative call for the banning of Muslims from the United States. Senators Rand Paul and Marco Rubio also debated the safety of collecting surveillance records of Americans when it comes to rooting out terrorism.
Marco has opposed at every point increased security, border security for those who come to our country. On his Gang of Eight bill, he would have liberalized immigration, but he did not, and he steadfastly opposed any new border security requirements for refugees or students.
What he's pointing to is a bill last week, an amendment he voted for that only 10 people voted for. You know why? Because it's not focused on terrorists. It would have banned anyone from coming here. Someone from Taiwan would not have been able to come here as a tourist.
Now, former Florida Governor Jeb Bush says Trump is great at one-liners, but that he'd be a chaos president. Florida Senators Rubio and Trump's proposal says that the proposal from Trump isn't going to happen. Well, buoyed by strong retail growth, Oregon's unemployment rate fell to 5.7% in November. It's a full 1% plus lower than this time last year. Employment economist Nick Bilachek says November was a big month from a historical perspective.
It was a big month for job growth. In November, we added 9,600 jobs. We'd have to go back to the mid-90s to see that kind of job growth.
The retail sector accounted for 2,400 of those jobs, and there was also solid growth in healthcare and social assistance and in business and professional services. Alaska Air, Delta, and Delta Connection and United Express all reported double-digit growth in passenger activity out of the Medford Airport in November. This already means a new yearly record for the airport. Director Bern Case sees some good things in 2016, though perhaps not at the same pace.
I think we'll be up next year. I don't know that it can stay in double digits, but I would be thrilled with another 6 or 7 or 8%.
In November, the airport topped 60,000 passengers for the 7th month in a row. Passenger activity could close in on 750,000 before the year is over. The United States and Russia need to find common ground, and that's to end Syria's civil war and restore stability in eastern Ukraine, according to U.S. Secretary of State John Kerry. Kerry meeting with Russian President Vladimir Putin to try to narrow the gaps in the country's approaches to the crisis, while applauding the efforts both countries have made. Let's take a look now at the weather scene for our area, and we do have some wet weather coming back into the state. For Northern California and Wairika, a 40% chance of rain today with a high of 41. Slight chance of rain tomorrow before it comes back again on Friday, with a high of 44. Let's move into the Klamath Basin, where the snow flurries are possible with a high of only 36. Rain and snow mixed possibly tomorrow with a high of 40. Similarly on Friday with 38. And lows below freezing for both tonight and Friday night. As we move along the Oregon coastal area, expect a good chance for rain for the foreseeable future. A high today of 50, 57 tomorrow, down to the low 50s on Friday. In the Bend area of central Oregon, 37 today and slight chance of rain. Rain expected tomorrow. And for southern Oregon, we can expect a good chance for rain today, tomorrow, and Friday with highs in the mid 40s to low 50s. It's news and weather right here on the Dove.